Hello there, welcome to my channel in another edition of the Prototype, and in today's edition we are doing our very first tagged video.
Yay.
Now that is not the kind of applause I was looking forward to, but so are my strokes. Now onto the concept. The concept for today's tagged video is 4 fragrances that are marketed towards a man which a woman could wear. Now this concept has been born out of a conversation between Mr. Jon Snow, who is better known as Scented Snowdrops in Instagram. Him and Tony over at Fredicted had a conversation online, and I think Tony's wife said something along the lines of what fragrances she can wear from her husband's cabinet, something like that, and from that spurred this idea of the tag, and Mr. Jon Snow has got this tag around on the YouTube and Instagram forum of fragrance. I was tagged by the sweetheart of the community, none other than Mr. Barry from Sensualize. This is my very first tag, and I'm glad that this tag video came from him. Something about Barry, I think legend has it that Barry is the true supporter of the fragrance community, because whenever you see these new small channels, if you don't see Barry there, that's a severe abnormality, because I have absolutely seen him everywhere in every small channels, and he has this nice tag video going around in his channel where he promotes smaller channels, and excellent gesture. And he isn't the type of reviewer or a fragrance community member who just does it for the sake of it. He has the true passion of the game because he follows through. He is one of my subscribers who actually follows through all of my videos, and I think fragrance community needs more gems like him. Thank you, Barry, for this, and I'm sorry again for coming out with this video this late. Now on to my pickings after the intro. Now for my picks, I have chosen 2 light airy fragrances and 2 fragrances that has a little more depth in them, and I will hum the same tune that Barry has. Summer fragrances or light fragrances come as an easy choice as a unisex fragrance because of the style they're made, sorry. Because oftentimes male summer fragrances have a citrusy top note, and there's some other notes in the base to ground that citrusy accord, and because of that it is quite easygoing. And while I am in complete agreement with all the pickings of Mr. Barry, I would like to make picks that I think are also can be rocked by a female as well, so my fragrance choices are going to vary from him, so see it as an extension of his choices, okay? For the first one, I pick Dunhill Pure. This is an excellent citrusy, floral, summer fragrance, summer and spring fragrance, but in my opinion this has spring written all over it. The floral edge is more prominent than the citrusy side of this fragrance, and because of that I think this can be worn nicely by a woman. And this is something that people don't talk about much. I've seen Chad from The Gentleman's Journey rave about this. This is a hidden gem in my opinion. A great summer slash spring cheapie, and I am glad to bring this in everyone's attention as my pick. Okay. As for my second picking, my second choice, Let's go with a popular one, Versace Pour Homme. Now this is a beautiful citrusy floral fragrance that has a lot of bright and uplifting characteristic to it. This has nothing off-putting. This plays it all safe. And like I said, most of the summer fragrances tends to do well on both men and women, especially those male fragrances, because they're easygoing and the way they're crafted. This often gets compared to Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. While that has a lemon pie vibe, this has more of a, if this was ever a thing, spicy, citrusy, floral pie vibe. This is what this gives off. Although it lacks performance, but then again, summer fragrances tend not to last long. Okay, on to my third one, which is Roca's Men. Okay, better known as the unicorn horn of the Fragcom, or the rhino horn of the Fragcom. This is a darker fragrance, one of my darker picks, the first one of the ones, and I prefer this formulation over the previous formulation because the previous formulation has a little more depth and oomph to it, so hence it could come a little more manly. But because this formulation is more toned down, I think it nicely encapsulates the naivety of this fragrance. This is an excellent gourmand fougere, and two of the notes, two notes particularly stand out for me. Those are cappuccino and lavender. So a woman smelling like cappuccino and powdery isn't off-putting to me at all. And as for my last pick, I don't have the bottle with me, but that is Paco Rabanne Pure Access. Now, Paco Rabanne Pure Access is a sweet, vanilla, boozy fragrance that smells chocolatey on my skin in the far dry down. And I have actually smelled this on a woman, and I am glad to say I absolutely love it. More on her, I actually absolutely loved it more on her skin than on mine, so I can't see why a woman cannot wear that. That's all I have for my picks. I hope you've loved my picks, and I'm also keen on knowing what are your picks. Drop down your suggestion in the comments below. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to tag some more people to get on the bandwagon. I know I'm a bit late to the party, but let's start tagging around people and get a momentum going for this tag again. And I apologize to Barry for coming out with this tag video so late, but better late than never, right? So on to my first tag. For my first tag, I'm tagging Dan Talks Sense UK. Do check him out. Dan, I think he has started his channel, it has been around 2 months. I recently stumbled upon his channel, and lately I've been really enjoying his content. And also all of the people that I'll be tagging, the links to their channel will be in the description box below. So do check them out. As for my second tag, I'll be tagging your average frag head, Mr. Victor, who is an amazing chap. If you're bored of me where I waffle through and my average reviews around 15 or 16 minutes, he is a breath of fresh air who does tremendously good videography, and he is thorough. He is the type of guy who is simple, precise, sweet and simple is his motto, I think. And all those slow-mos that he does with those sprays, God, I just go to his videos just to watch those. You can watch those on a loop, I promise you. And as for my third tag, I'm gonna follow suit as to what Barry's done. I'm gonna tag a female reviewer, and I want the reverse from her. I want to see 4 fragrances of her choosing that are marketed towards a woman, but a man can rock them. And for this tag, I'll be tagging Lilia over at Lilia El Had, Modest Latinas Corner. She has recently started a channel of her own as well. Please show her some love and subscribe to her channel. You won't be disappointed. That's all that I have for you today. And as always, the Frankenstein has spoken.